What's up, guys? It's Lefty here with the early market report for Friday, May 28th. If this is your first time watching a market report video, what we try to do here is get a head start on the games by analyzing the market shortly after the lines become available. We can do that by using the live odds screen here. We look to see where the early bets and money are going, and more importantly, how the books are adjusting the lines based off this early action. It's important to keep in mind the video is being recorded shortly after the lines get posted. There's still some undecided pictures and incomplete data or books that just don't have lines yet. These numbers will certainly change as the day rolls on. But let's hop right into it. First up, we'll take a look at the Rockies and Pirates. Rockies getting 58% of the bets, but only 29% of the money. This looks interesting. So Pittsburgh, 42% of the bets is equaling 71% of the money. The way we interpret this is Pittsburgh is getting bigger sized bets. For 42% of bets to equal 71% of the money, that's the only way we can see it, is that the bets on Pittsburgh are bigger sized bets, and who bets bigger? In general, the more informed bettors or sharp bettors. So we can see some sharp action potentially on Pitt. The way we can kind of confirm this is by looking at the line. Is that money getting respect on the line? And if we look at Chris, it is. We can look to see Pitt opened plus 110, and now they're down to minus 105, or Colorado opens 130 and they're down to 115. So does kind of look like Pitt's getting some sharp action, which is baffling to me because it's more like just a pick your poison spot with these two teams. Keller's really bad, but then again, the Rockies' offense away from Coors Field, they're really bad. So, but I don't really mind Gray. He's okay. And he should benefit from facing a shitty Pitt offense too. So this would seem kind of like an under spot for me here, but bets on the total are pretty much split. Under is getting 70% of the money. Chris is up from the opener. Actually, 7.5 over minus 120 is the equivalent of 8 under minus 125. So I'm disregarding that line move. It's pretty much the same thing. This is a game I likely won't be getting involved in, even though I kind of do like the under. You never know with these two pitchers or these two teams. Let's jump down to the bottom one here. A lefty on lefty matchup. Brewers, Gnats. This one looks a bit weird here. Well, bets are kind of split, but the Gnats, 45% of the bets equaling 76% of the money. Again, the bets on Washington, there has to be a few bigger sized bets here to equal 76% of the money. If we look at the line, really hasn't budged since the opener. Leicester has been getting lit up lately, and that probably doesn't change in this game either. Milwaukee isn't a scary offense or anything, but they are a little better for left-handed pitching compared to right-handed pitching. But the Gnats hit lefties good too. This is a game where I see bullpens, playing a big role because I don't see either pitcher going more than 5 innings deep. And the Brewers will almost always hold the bullpen advantage. They have 3 or 4 decent arms, but 2 really good arms with Hader and Williams. But I'm pretty sure both of those guys were used last night. Yeah, Milwaukee used like the top of their pen last night, I'm pretty sure. And either one of those top arms might not be available. The total's getting lopsided under action here. But I don't buy that. This is an over spot for me. Would love to get 9 here. That'd be awesome if I could get 9. Nine's a key number. In baseball, it's the most common total. So that half run on nine is more valuable than any other half run. But if we see here, I don't see it moving to nine. And a way you can kind of tell is Chris opened 9.5 under -120, and the juice is now over -110. So although it's not a line move, the juice is very telling. It can kind of give you an indication of where it might move to next. But what else we got here? We got some undecided pitchers, some incomplete data. Let's go to Toronto, Cleveland here. Bets look kind of split. 56% on Toronto, 83% of the money's on Toronto, and it makes sense here. I like Ryu, and yeah, it's getting respect on the line too. Pinnacle opened Toronto -140. They're up to almost close to 160. Chris is up 10 cents. I like Ryu. Of course, I'm not going to be able to get him cheap here either. He's definitely a play-on pitcher for me, especially with Toronto's bats. The main issue with Toronto is their starting pitching. But anytime you can, get Toronto's offense with a decent starter, I'm all for it. This is actually probably a good run line spot here. I've been flirting with disaster, taking home teams on the run line. Last night's play of the day with the White Sox took them -1.5. They won and got it done. But you should really try to avoid betting home teams -1.5 runs because, a lot of times the home team will get one less at bat. If they're up one run in the ninth inning, they're not going to get that last chance to tack on more runs. But away teams, they'll always get their full at bat. So kind of like Toronto -1.5 here. I don't see Cleveland's pitching or anything being able to slow the Blue Jays offense at all. All right, what else we got? Right below here, we'll look at Yanks, Detroit. No surprise here. Yankees 97% of the money, 97% of the bets, 99% of the money. It's ridiculous. That'll even out too. It's still early. Obviously there's going to be lopsided action on Cole. But, if that was all respected or sharp money, Pinnacle wouldn't just move 5 cents or Chris wouldn't just move 5 cents. It'd be a lot bigger movement there. And actually, I kind of like Mize. I definitely don't have the balls to back him in this spot versus the Yankees lineup, but he hasn't been terrible. And Detroit isn't, they're not a great offense, but they are slightly better versus right-handed pitching. But they're still bad. And plus, this is Garrett Cole. It doesn't even matter. I'd need, +3 something to back the Tigers here. But maybe under. Under's getting a little bit of money, but I don't like the Yankees games. The Yankees are like the Dodgers. They can just explode and start raking at any given time. I'm staying away from this one. What else we got? Let's do these last two at the bottom here, starting with Miami and Boston. Red Sox lopsided bets and money to start it off. 89% of the bets, 94% of the money. And lines already way up. Makes sense. Pinnacle opened 141. They're close to 160 now. Chris is at 160 from 150. Boston at home is likely the right side here. And again, I'm getting tempted with the run line here on a home team. Can't do it. But Boston run line seems tempting, but I'm really trying to stay away from backing, home teams in the run line. I've lucked out this year so far with them, but I'll eventually get burned. I'm likely staying away from this one. Padres, Stros. Home team, Astros. getting slightly more bets and money. This line actually flipped here. San Diego opened minus 114. Now Houston's minus 111. And Pinnacle, Chris, minus 125 for San Diego opener. Now they got Houston minus 111. That's a 36-cent move. That's pretty considerable. This is a tough one for me. I can see a bunch of different outcomes in this game. Not really high on both starting pitchers, but I do like both offenses. The over would kind of make sense here in this spot, I think. 65% of the bets are on the over, 59% of the money is on the under, and it looks like the books are respecting that under money. Pinnacle moved from 8.5 down to 8. Same with Chris. This is tough for me because the over makes sense for me here, considering, but I guess with both starters, even if they were to get knocked around, the bullpens are really good for both these teams, so it's still going to be tough to score runs. But I definitely don't see either starter going deep. This game's priced really good, actually. It's a coin flip for me, but lean over. For this game to go over, I feel like, one of these lineups would need to put up some runs early. That way the other team will, go to the back end of their bullpen instead of using up, like, the front end, like solid arms, and then I could see it kind of, getting some runs in the middle innings. But which offense puts up those runs is the question. But I'm going to stop here. That's going to do it for this one. I got to go pick up cousin Lefty at the airport. He's in town this weekend, so you guys can be on the lookout for him. Make sure to hit that notifications bell because, you want to be alerted in case he randomly fires off a whale play parlay or a 500-unit bomb. You don't want to miss that, so make sure to hit that notifications bell. But speaking of units too, I'm going to start taking advantage of, stronger spots on the Play of the Day videos. I've been flat betting all Play of the Days games for basically 1 unit so far. But you're going to start seeing some 2-unit plays, maybe even 3-unit plays, if I feel that strong about a game, of course. But, as the season goes on, we can start, getting a better feel for certain spots and got to make those strong bets count. We don't want to bet 200-something games this year and have 5 units to show for it. Even though being up any amount in baseball is great no matter what, but I want to have a higher standard for at least these Play of the Day videos, and we're in this to make real money, so and money that makes a difference, not just survive and hover around break even, but we're just getting warmed up. So all right, I gotta get out of here. Las Vegas Lefty's calling me. Good luck with your bets, and as always, make all the calls go your way.